Have you ever felt like you just had to rush through everything to get it done? Ever felt that kind of guilt of, oh, I wish, or I could have done more, or you fill in the blanks? Stay with me, friends. This is a quick checkup. Spinning with my spindle, dealing with life, and so much more. So, welcome. Welcome. I'm Grannie Doll, and I'm so glad you're here today. We are currently having a snow day / pajama day / let's relax day. So, what am I doing today, and what is the video about? So, one of the things I want to talk about is how our crafting can help us find peace in this crazy world right now, because it is a crazy world right now. Number 2, I want to share with you what's on the stove and what are the plans. How's that? I just turn this around a little bit more. And number 3, I want to give you a little bit of a life update. So first off, let's talk a little bit about how we can maintain a sense of calm and peace. And one of the things that helps me is just to pick up my spindle and spin. Or pick up my current knitting project and knit. Anything that keeps my hands occupied, that soothes my soul, that gives me a sense of, yes, this is good. Yes, I'm doing something that people around the world for many generations have done. And that really connects me to others, to fiber artists, to, let me think, who else would it connect me to? Historically, my ancestors, your ancestors, were all connected. So being able to do something that was once done on purpose. And for me, this isn't even about a purpose of doing. This is about keeping my hands busy. So what am I spinning today? This is part of my Distaff Day bat that I made. And if you saw a previous video, I take bits and pieces of what I'm spinning and I put them in a jar. And then on Distaff Day the following year, I bat it all up together on my drum carder. And then I make something. So one year I made a pair of socks that unfortunately shrunk really badly. I think they ended up in the dryer. Anyway, so a pair of socks. I've done a pair of mitts. I currently have a pair of mitts on the needles, and I'm just not too sure how those are going to turn out because I'm having a problem with the last repeat row of the pattern. So I'll let you know how that goes. Those are what I have as my intention for this specific yarn I'm spinning. I don't always set an intention for the yarn. Sometimes I just look at a color and I feel that's the yarn I want to create today. That's what I want to feel in my hands. A color that will brighten my day or give me joy in one way or another. So that's kind of where all of this is. And it's really important that you're able to do something with your hands to create. Create for yourself, create for someone else. Sometimes I do work on shawls. This shawl back here is a Stephen West Boneyard shawl. I enjoyed doing the pattern so much that I have another one on the needles, but I haven't touched it in a while. I'm working on a memory blanket, the northeasterly blanket, so it'll be hauled out at some point, maybe today. So, oh, I have a timer that just went off. So if you'll excuse me for one moment, I will go and fix that. Okay, so I'm back. And you can see I've got this crazy pot of soup on the stove. So that's what I was going to talk about next, was what's on Grannie Doll's stove today. Well, that's a bone broth that I'm making. I picked up the bones yesterday when I stopped for a quick grocery shop. And what's in that? I have the beef bones, onion, carrot, and celery, and a little bit of vinegar. And so I will have beef stock that I can use just to sip on throughout the day, which is a good thing for me. And then also I can use to make soup. And what I'd like to do is make a beef barley, because I like beef barley. And yeah, and just have it on hand, which is a good thing to do. Also yesterday, since we're on the topic of food, at the grocery store, I picked up a local chicken, brought it home and roasted it. So tonight's meal is leftover chicken, rice, and vegetables. So that'll be kind of good. Well, it will be good because I'm making it good, right? When we make things good, they do taste good and we enjoy them. So then the third thing that I really wanted to kind of touch on with you is something new I have in the works right now. And it has to do with my health. So some of you may know, some of you may not know that I am a type 2 diabetic. I've been on medication for quite a while. And I've been on a GLP-1 for 1.5 years now. And I did find, initially, it took me almost a year before I understood how it worked and moved through some side effects with it. And part of that problem was during a time as we were coming out of COVID. It just wasn't available. It just wasn't available as easily as it can be for us. So I had to go off of it or reduce the dose. And every time I did that, of course, it made me feel sick again. So I think I've got to the point now where I understand it, and I had managed my blood sugars really, really well. I'd lost some weight, which is also helpful for blood sugar. Kidneys, liver, pancreas, heart, the whole thing, right? So not to go into too many other details, but what I'm doing is that I'm putting together a 14-day meal plan. I'm not going to call it a diet, but it's a healthy meal plan for me based on the fact that I live a granny core life where I do what my grandmother would have done. Food doesn't get thrown out. We reuse things. No, we reuse them. We use leftovers for delicious meals. Most meals are made at home. And I'm not going to overeat, because with the GLP-1s, those of you who are on it know that when you overeat, you feel really, really bad. So there is all of that for you. And I'm kind of excited about it. I'm hoping to put it into a little booklet that I can share with all of you. If you're interested, please do let me know in the comments below. If you're really interested in this kind of a thing, it may just be up on my blog at some point, but I'll let you all know. I'm excited about it. I've included daily scripture, daily prayer, and a recap so that you can go back over it and say, yeah, this worked for me really, really well. This didn't work for me. Maybe I need to substitute. Family doesn't like this food. We need to substitute that. And I think what's important is that we use what we have. And in these days when the cost of food is continuing to rise, we all know that, and we're looking at our budgets going, what are we going to do? Shopping locally, although may seem like it's more expensive, but when you shop locally and you're eating healthy foods, eventually you may pay less for your medical care. And I know here in Ontario, we've got good medical care that's covered. And so I don't have to worry about the cost of that, but I do have to worry about the cost to my health. How much energy I have, how much energy I don't have. So that was the third thing. The first thing was my spinning. The second thing was what's on the stove. And the third thing was my new project. So just to close off today, I wanted to share with you, because it is chaotic times. I can't give that any doubt. We are in chaotic, crazy world times. And I can sit in my little basement apartment up on Hamilton Mountain and feel rather privileged, right? Because I'm not living in areas and I can wag my finger at everybody who's doing all these wrong things, but that doesn't do me any good. And it doesn't do the world any good. So what came to my mind today was the familiar passage from Psalm 23. He leads me beside still waters. Leads me beside still waters. What does that look like? Well, right today during a snowstorm where everything's closed and we're not going anywhere, still waters don't exist. And much of the local water around here is pretty much frozen. So it's not literally still waters, but where I find still waters in my home, which is in my cozy rocking chair, with my spindle, with my sock knitting, with my mitten knitting, with all of those things that are important to me, and knowing that I'm watched over. I think that's the stillness that I'm craving right now. And just taking it all in, right? Letting that wash over me. He leads me beside still waters. He leads me beside still waters. Because he's not going to lead me into troubled times. I can go into troubled times and God's going to be with me. But when we're worried and we're scared and we're not too sure what to do next, he leads me beside still waters. And it's those still waters that support me. So dear friends, I'm going to close off for today. Thinking about those still waters, thinking about my spindle spinning, the soup that I'm going to have tomorrow to nourish my body. Making the soup has nourished my soul. And leading beside still water. Still waters. Still waters being creating a menu plan that's sustainable for me. So there's some information for you today. If you like, please do like, subscribe, share this video. Leave a comment so that I know there's something here that has sparked an interest for you. Let me know if you want more fiber videos, more 100-mile videos, more spiritual videos. Whatever you'd like, I am here. I am inviting you into my cozy spot in my cozy rocking chair to have wonderful conversations. So for now, dear friends, may God bless with every stitch, every spin of the wheel or the spindle, every thread that goes through. May it be to good purpose and to bless yourself and others. Take care. Till next time. Bye for now.